Hey guys, welcome back. We're heading out to Kentucky today. This is the last round of Goodwills opening up in the Cincinnati area. There's 3 locations that I'm going to head out to today. All 3 of them said fresh stuff coming out, so hopefully we'll have some good luck and let's see what we get. All right, first store's out of the way. We had some good pickups, but we had one big miss as well. So as you saw, this store has games in 2 different spots. There's some in the case behind the jewelry counter, and there's some out on the floor with the DVDs. Well, I should have gone to the DVDs first. There was a guy in front of me who was kind of taking up a lot of time, and I should have been smart enough to okay, I'll move on, I'll go to the DVDs and I'll come back, because he was taking up all the time of the person behind the counter. Well, nope, I figured I'm second in line, I'll stay there, I'll wait for him to get done, and he grabbed all the games he thought was important, and none of them seemed like they were that special. He was checking all of them on his phone to make sure they were priced. I'm sure he's a reseller. He was trying to figure out what games he could sell for what price, checking that they're complete and making sure that they're going to be resellable. But I didn't see anything great that he was grabbing. I don't know what he was looking for. I got a couple of games from behind the counter. I got one from the DVD section. But if I had gone over the DVD section first, there's a lady that was behind me who did what I should have done and saw that there was a line at the jewelry counter and went over the DVDs first. She picked up Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3. 3 is worth over $100, and she paid like $3 a piece for them. No! So that was a bad move by me. I should have been smarter than that. I should have gone to the DVDs first, because that's usually where the gems are. A lot of the stuff that's in the jewelry case is usually PS3 and Xbox 360 or newer. So what can I do? Anyway, we got some good stuff though. I'm not going to complain. And the girl that got it was actually, she wasn't a reseller. She was wanting to play them. She was excited about them, and she has no interest in selling them or anything like that. So I was pretty stoked about that for her. She was pretty stoked about getting them. Anyway, we got 3 PS3 games. First one, Skate 3. Everybody tells me this is one of the best skateboarding games of all time, and everybody's clamoring for Skate 4 to come out. I have not played it yet, and I'm looking forward to it. We got 3-pack. We got Journey, Flower, and Flow. Now I have Journey because it came out for that freebie that Sony PlayStation did for the quarantine. They did that in the Uncharted trilogy. But the other 2 games I do not have, and this 3-pack I guess goes for like $25, so that's a pretty cool score. We also got Saw. I didn't even know there was this game, and this looks wicked. I'm sorry. I didn't know it existed, and apparently it's still worth like $20, so it's a good deal. Got that one, and I did get one game over the DVD section, and right after the guy had left the counter, after he had gone through and meticulously looked through all the games, he went over to the DVD section first and had a giant pile that he had piled up, going through them and seeing what they're worth and all that. And I'm like, come on, man. So anyway, he grabbed his stack and he overlooked this the whole time. Ace Combat Zero is probably the most valuable PS2 Ace Combat game. It's worth about 20 bucks. It's gone up to about 25 at times, but it's currently worth about 20 bucks. So not a bad score. I mean, I think the PS3 games were all $6 a piece. They kind of structure the games at this Goodwill. All the current gen are $8. Then it goes down to 6, then it goes down to 3, then it goes down to 1 for like PlayStation 1 games. So anyway, I think I spent like 20 bucks altogether for all 4 of those, so not gonna complain. Anyway, we're gonna go on to the next stop. All right, another stop in the books. We got a bunch of games at this place, nothing really earth-shattering. It's a lot of stuff that I didn't have, and a couple of sports games that, with everything that's been going on, sports games have actually been really expensive right now, so a couple of them I didn't have anyway, so I'll grab them, move on. First of all, oh, and the funny thing about this is that right after I was checking out, the guy that was going through and like taking stacks of games and going through and seeing how much they're worth, shows up right after me at this one. So luckily I got here first, because who knows how long I had to wait for him this time. Anyway, we're moving on. First game we got, Saints Row 4. Now it's a GameStop box, so no box, no manual. But I don't have this game. I got Saints Row 3, so that's what I've been looking forward to play. NCAA Football 11. Now, all the college football games are worth a decent amount right now. This one's only worth like 15 bucks, but still, that's better than what most games usually go for sports games. We also got Batman Arkham Origins. Now, this is another one that came with my PlayStation 3, but it only came in a cardboard sleeve, and I figured I wanted to get the full version of it, and I got it on Xbox 360, so technically I don't get the same game twice. It was just me buying a different version of it. And this one, for some reason, is on 2 discs. I think it's because Sony had a thing with Blu-ray, and Xbox originally didn't convert to Blu-ray, so they don't have the Blu-ray technology to put it all on 1 disc, so the game was just too big. We also got Dark Souls on Xbox One. All these games, by the way, were $2 a piece, so it was a really good deal. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of good games at this place, but for the price, they were great. And then we had one more, NCAA Football 12. Now, I've got 13 at home. I've always been looking for 14, because that's impossible to find. I actually almost got it once, and somebody had showed up about 3 minutes before me to a St. Vincent de Paul and grabbed it, and I was like, oh, I saw him in line in front of me, and I couldn't believe I'd missed it. But anyway, decent deals. I mean, all 4 of those, was it 5 games together, $10. Can't beat that. I mean, some games that I really want to play, like in Saints Row and Dark Souls and even the Batman or Arkham Origins, I'm looking forward to playing all those. And even college football games. I love college football games. I mean, and the great thing about college football games is that the players technically their names aren't on there, so you can just really just play with your team every year and just use your players who you think they are, you know. That was the great thing I love about college sports games. And anyway, we're going to have one more stop, and we'll probably call it a day after that. Let's go. Well, I thought we were going to have one there, but I opened up the case of that WWE SmackDown vs. Raw. It was empty. You see it a lot at the thrift stores. People just gank the disc and leave the case behind. But I mean, this is a charity. They don't charge much for these things in the first place. You got to be kind of a jerk to be stealing from a charity. But I guess if you're stealing stuff, you probably don't care anyway. So, whatever. Anyway, guys, that'll probably wrap it up for today. Thanks for coming out and checking out all the Goodwills in Kentucky. And stay safe out there. Until next time, keep hunting.